good afternoon. So, like I said, I am now here in the College of Science building. Okay, this is room 101. I think this should be the room that we're supposed to be using for face-to-face class. Okay? Now, sabi ko, kulang yung space ko doon to solve for a problem na series pa rin. Okay? But still, I don't think I can use the whole board kasi when the camera is left pa, medyo malayo, medyo maliit na yung mga values na mababasa. And if you're going to watch this, use headset, okay man yung headset kasi I think medyo malakas yung air conditioning unit na narinig sila. Medyo may competition na nangyayari sa voice ko at sa air conditioning unit. Okay? Now for starters, I'm going to solve a problem with 4 resistors. Okay? Since ito yung ginagawa natin sa actual apat na resistors. Okay? Now, kung papansin nyo, ginawa natin ito dati. Pag nakita mo yung illustration sa actual, alam mo na ito ang pinakamaliwanag, pinakamalaking luminancing solo niya, yung voltage and current niya, so wala siya nakate sa circuit na series. Okay? Now, next one will be yung R2, which is solo pa rin yan, kahit nasa siya ng parallel circuit. And less illumination, pinaka-konti, least illumination pala, sorry, will be your R1 and R3 kasi nakahati na sila. Okay? Now, ibig sabihin, if you solve for a certain value ng voltage, alam mo, let's say, mas malaking voltage nito kaysa dito, parang mali computation mo. Kasi when you analyze the circuit, alam mo, dapat mas malaki dito. Mas malakas ang luminance siya kasi solo niya. Okay, now how do we solve for this kind of circuit na combination na siya? First is we compress the circuit. Palilitin natin that siya into one resistor lang. Okay, now when you analyze a problem, go to the complex part. Okay, so pinaka-complex dyan will be this one. Okay, so ito dapat na-compress po natin. Hanggang maging isang resistor na lang siya. Okay, now let's start from here. You are given R1, R3, 2 ohms and 2 ohms, and you're given R4 mo, which is equal to, R2, which is equal to 4 ohms, and your R4 is also 4 ohms. Okay. Now, hindi mo pwedeng pag-combine itong tatlo since yung R4 mo nakaparallel sa dalawa. Okay, so hindi pwede 1 and 1 lang yan. Okay? So, first thing you will do is itong dalawa to. R1 and R3, naka-series sila. So, you can solve for the resistance nila. Okay. Now, ano bang mawawala sa problem natin? Okay. So, wala tayong value ng voltage dito at ng current dito. Okay. So, wala tayong E1 and I1. Okay. Wala tayong value dyan. We don't have the value for E3 and I3. Okay. For E2 and I2. For I4, or E4, sorry, E4 and I4. So, wala pa tayong values dyan. And finally, sa kabuuan na circuit, we still have to find your R total and your I total. So, yung mga hinahanap natin sa circuit na to. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So, we have 10 unknowns in this given 4 resistor problem. Okay, so, how do we start? Sabi ko nga, we start from the complex part. Okay, now, hindi mo pwede i-consider itong tatlong ito kasi R2 is parallel with 2 resistors. So, hindi pwede. Formula natin is only for 1 resistor. So, pwede mo lang i-solve dyan is yung R1 and R3. So, we combine them. Now, let's draw the circuit again. So, the first step is to combine R1 and R3. Okay. So we combine R1 and R3, that is 2 and 2. This is series circuit, series connection siya. So you just add the value of the resistances. Okay? So meaning, this is your RA, okay? R sub A, combination of R1 and R3. So 2 plus 2, dahil series circuit siya, you have, I don't think you can see. Okay, I'll just lower it for a while. So this is your R sub A, equal to 4 ohms. Okay. Now, 4 ohms is taken from 2 plus 2 kasi naka-series circuit siya. Okay. Next, we copy your R2 is equal to 4 ohms and your R4 is equal to 4 ohms. Okay. So, I think that's clear. No? So, first, to compress is R1 and R3. Okay. Yun ang unang compress natin. Okay. So, look at the figure again. Pwede na itong dalawa, pwede na pag-combine kasi nakaparallel sila. Yung dalawa nakaparallel, okay? So, in solving for resistances in parallel connection na dalawa, we have the formula. So, compress muna sila sa illustration, okay? So when we compress that, meron na lang isa. Wait, I'll bring it down para magkasya yung value ng voltages and currents. Okay, so dito. So we have another resistor here. This will be R sub B. Okay, so RB is the combination of these two. Okay, so how do you solve for that sa parallel circuit? Pag dalawa sila, di ba? So RB now is equal to 4 multiplied by 4 divided by 4 plus 4. Okay, so I think you know this one. This is R1 times R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Okay, so nasa 4 na naman natin yan. Okay? So meaning, ang R mo dito are 4 and 4. So that's 4 times 4 divided by 4 plus 4. So we get 16 divided by 8. Okay, so that's 16 divided by 8. So your RB now is equal to 2 ohms. Okay, so itong RB na to, galing sa dalawang yan. So you have 2 ohms. Okay, I think that's quite clear. Alam naman natin computation. And finally, we have R4. R4 is equal to 4 ohms. Okay, so since meron tayo RB and R4, ang connection niya is in series. Series siya, okay? So we get the R total. So your total resistance for this circuit, isa na lang siya. Okay? So 2 plus 4. Kasi naka-series sila, 2 plus 4. Okay? So we get R total equal to 6 ohms. Okay, so meron ka na 6 ohms. Now, isang value na solve na natin, let's place it on the main problem. Okay? So you have the value of 6 ohms. Okay, now we know na ang total voltage is 12 volts. Okay, now dito, let's try that one. Okay, so 12 volts. And you have 6 ohms. So meron ka ng voltage, meron ka ng resistance. Okay, I don't think you can see it. I'll move the camera a little bit. Okay, so you have your 12 volts, which is your E, your voltage, and you have your R total, which is equal to 6 ohms. Okay, now we can solve for the total current of the circuit. Okay, so I total is equal to E divided by R from Ohm's law. So we have 2 amperes. Okay, now may ampere value na for the whole circuit. We go back, okay, to our final diagram. Okay, so you know na voltage ito is 12 volts, and ang current na dumadaling dyan is 2 amperes. Okay, this is our final solution. Okay, now ito naman. So pag-put sa complex siya. So dahan-dahan sinimplify natin papunta. So ito lang pala. Okay, papunta dun sa mali. Okay. Now pagdating dito, ito naman is pupunta naman sa papunta sa malaki until we get all the values. Okay? So meaning, if you were mistaken in solving sa R total mo, may problem na yun. Kasi that will be used for the whole circuit. Yung I mo, pag nagkamali ka, pagbalik mo, is mali na yung I mo. So may problem na naman. Hindi mo na makuha yung takas ito. Okay, now we continue. Now, alam mo na dumadaling dito is 2 amperes. Now, ito, yung isang resistor mo, magiging dalawa siya o magiging tatlo. Ang tanong lang is, anong circuit? Okay? So, from one resistor, naging dalawa, naging tatlo, anong circuit yung dalawa, tatlo na yun? And then you find out ano ba ang constant, yung bang current o yung voltage ng circuit na yun. Okay, so, di ba? So, here, R total ito, yung R mo, which is 6 ohms. Okay? Meron siya current na 2 amperes and meron siya voltage na 12 volts. Okay? So from here, babalik tayo sa dito. Okay? So, balik tayo. Okay? Now, yung isang resistor mo becomes 2. Naging dalawa. Okay? Naging dalawa. Ngayon, anong circuit ito? Yun ang tanong. Galing ka dito sa isa, naging dalawa. Anong circuit ito? Anong type of circuit ito? Okay? So, it is a series circuit. Okay nga. Anong constant na series circuit? Anong constant? Ang constant is your current. Okay, therefore, kung ano man ang current ng resistor na to, yun ang current ng dalawa. Okay, kasi galing sila dyan sa isa na yan. Okay, repeat, no? From one resistor, naging 2 resistor siya. Okay, going back. Okay, pagbalik natin, dalawa siya. Anong circuit ito? Series ito. As you can see naman, series siya. Okay? So, anong constant series circuit? Anong constant? Constant is your current. So, ano man ang current doon, yun ang current din naman ito. Therefore, ang IB mo is equal to 2 amperes. And then, I4 mo, can you still see? Okay, dito na. Ang I4 mo is also 2 amperes. Okay? Therefore, kung may I ka na, may R ka na, you can solve for the voltages. Okay? So, your voltage in B is equal to 2 and 2, 4 volts. Okay? Then, your voltage in number 4 resistor is equal to 2 times 4, which is equal to 8 volts. Okay. So now we have the value of I4 and E4. So pwede natin ilipat doon sa main problem. Okay, nagsagot ka ng dalawa na naman. Ang E4 is 8 volts, and then yung I4 is 2 amperes. Okay, so we have solved for 2 more. So napatay na solve natin. Okay. May values tayo dito lahat. We go to the other illustration, the other diagram. Pabalik tayo eh. Okay? Now, okay na to, R4, na-solve mo na yan. Okay? Now, yung RD mo, sorry, from 1 resistor, it becomes 2. Okay, now, gaya ng natin, naging anong circuit siya? Series mo or parallel? Para malaman mo yung constant. Okay, now, RB, naging dalawa siya. Ito siya, galing RB na yan, from RA and R2. Okay, now, RA and R2, naka-parallel sila. Okay, so what's constant na parallel circuit? Yung voltage. So meaning, whatever voltage dito, resistor na to, pina-voltage ng dalawa. Okay, constant kasi siya sa parallel circuit. Okay, now voltage niya is 4 volts, meaning your EA is 4 volts. Okay, therefore, your E2 rin is 4 volts. Okay, so may voltage ka na, meron ka na rin resistance, you can solve for the current. Okay, so ano ang current mo? I sub A is equal to 4 and 4, so you have 1 ampere. 1 ampere. Okay, next is your R2 and E2 pareho silang 4, therefore your I2 is also equal to 1 ampere. Okay, so may value ka na. 4 and 1 para sa second resistor. Okay, lagyan natin dito. So you have 4 volts and 1 ampere. Okay, so yun na. Dalawa na lang mawawala. Okay, nasa taas na lang. Okay, so meaning, kamusta tayo dito? Okay na yan. Okay, okay na ito. Dalawa na yung natin. Now we go to RA. Okay, RA na yan, ito, is taken, na yan from these 2 resistors. Okay, so yan, pupunta siya dito, anong circuit? Okay, so from this one, naging dalawa ulit. Anong circuit to? This is a series circuit. Okay, connected end-to-end sila. Okay, so series set. So mag-series, ang constant is yung current. Okay, now anong current nito? It is 1 ampere. Therefore, ano man ang current niya? Yung current ng dalawa na to kasi constant siya. Okay, so this is equal to 1 ampere, 1 ampere. Okay, so you have your voltage, so you have your current and your resistance. You can solve for the voltage. Okay, now voltage na will be just 2 times 1 and 2 times 1. Okay, so meaning, dito 2 volts lang yung voltage ng dalawa. Okay, E nila. Okay, so 2 volts and 2 volts. Okay, so I think we solved all the required sa problem na nawawala. Now, we can analyze kung tama tayo. Okay, ang pinakamaliwanag is inasa baba. Okay, now looking at the values, 8 volts and 2 amperes. Maliwanag siya. Ito, siya. We taken from that 12 volts. Okay, now dito naman ang pangalawang maliwanag siya, the luminance is yung 2, R2. So, ilan ang voltage niya? 4. Actually, parang 4 sila dahil nakaparallel. Kaya lang, dahil nag-split pa, yung 4 dito naging series, naging 2 at saka 2 na lang. Diba? Nakita niyo dito, pareho sila 4. Value nila 4 and 4. Okay, pero nag-split pa yung 4 volts into 2 and 2. Kaya pinakamalabo o pinakamahina ang luminance ng liwanag is yung R1 and R3. Okay. Before I go to the next problem, I will be explaining again. Okay. So, ang given lang sa problem na to is yung voltages. Okay? So, is your resistances and yung total voltage. Okay? Total voltage is 12 volts. And then given yung R1 which is 2, R3 is 2, R2 is 4, and then R4, as R2 is 4, and R4 is 4. Yun yung mga given. So, wala lahat silang resistances. Walang resistance yung total at yung total na current. Yung mga to, resistors mo, wala lahat voltage at wala lahat silang current. So you have to solve for those. Okay? Now, paano mag-umpisa? Magkukompress ka muna. Okay, magkukompress ka muna. Okay? So dito, kung makikita niyo yung figure, itong dalawa lang ang pwede kasi nakaparallel to, hindi pwede pa-compress yung dalawa sa isa. Walang formula na gano'n. Ito isa-isa lang sa parallel circuit. Now, in this case, kung dalawa, naka-series, pwede mo i-combine yan. So, pagsamahin natin, magiging isang resistor na lang siya. Kaya isa na yan, ang value is 4 ohms. Sa nakuha, taken from the formula ng series circuit, pag series ang mga resistor, pinag-add lang sila. Therefore, 2 plus 2, you have 4 ohms. Okay, so ang illustration mo ngayon, from 4 resistors, naging 3 na lang yung mga resistors mo. Okay, 3 na sila. Okay, now, 3 na yan is, meron ka ng 4 ohms yan. No? Now, yung combine naman is 2. Hindi pwede combine yung itong 4 kasi naka-series siya doon sa dalawa na nakaparallel naman. So, pwede mo na pagsamahin muna, you analyze it, itong dalawa lang. Okay, so we combine these two para maging dalawa lang ang resistor mo. Okay? Now, nakaparallel siya since dalawa lang sila. Ang formula para sa dalawa is just R1 times R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Okay, now, value is 4 and 4. 4 times 4 divided by 4 plus 4. So we get the value of 16 over 8 or 2 ohms. Okay, so combination ng dalawang to, 4 and 4 is 2 ohms. Ito na, RB. So we have 2 resistors na lang. Now, these 2 resistors are connected in series. Okay, itong dalawa. RB and R4 mo naka-series yan. So para mo kung itotal nila, add mo lang sila. So you have 2 ohms and 4 ohms. You just add those two, you get 6 ohms. Okay, so 6 ohms ka na, lagay mo na yung value mo dito sa main problem. Okay, so may 6 ohms ka na. Now, may 6 ohms ka, then you have 12 volts na given. Okay? So, yung 12 volts na yan, may 6 ohms ka na, you can solve for the current, which is equal to 2 amperes. Okay? Now, yung 2 amperes na yun, is yun ang current na dumatalo sa circuit. Yung equivalent circuit. Kumbaga yung pinaka-simplified circuit dito. Complex circuit. Okay? Now, yung 2 amperes na yan, ibig sabihin yan dumatalo sa circuit. Now, pag mag-solve ka na ngayon, dahil may value ka ng E total, I total, R total, ang solve kayo, pabalik naman. Okay, pabalik tayo mag-solve. Okay? So, ganito lang. When a resistor is split into 2 or 3, unknown circuit siya. Naging ano siya, naging series pa siya, naging parallel pa siya. So, pag naging series siya, alam mo constant yung current. Pag naging parallel siya, constant yung voltage. So, yun ang gagamit mo na value. Okay? So, in this case, ito, nag-split sa dalawa. Sa dalawa. So, nag-split siya sa dalawa, RB and R4, anong circuit to? Series circuit yan. Series circuit. Therefore, pag series siya, constant ang current. Ano bang current na ito? 2. Okay, so yung dalawang yan, parehong 2 kasi naka-series sila. So, you get 2 amperes, 2 amperes. Kung meron ka ng current, meron ka ng resistance, you can solve for the voltage. Okay, now pag-solve ng voltage mo, that is just 2 times 2, 4, and 2 times 4, 8. So, meron ka ng values. So, R4 mo ngayon, nakuha mo na yung E4 and I4. So, meaning, pwede mo na ilagay dito sa answer mo. Answer mo siya sa final diagram. So, given problem. Okay? So, we continue. So, nakuha mo yung mga values na yan. Now, ano pa mag-split? Okay, R4, okay na yan. Now, itong RB, mag-split into 2. Okay? Now, when they split, ang circuit niya is parallel. Obviously naman parallel. Okay? So, what's constant sa parallel circuit? Yung voltage. So, ano man ang voltage yung resistor na to, yun ang voltage ng dalawang resistors na to. Okay. So, ang voltage niya is 4 volts. So, pareho sila 4 volts. So, 4 volts ang EA, 4 volts ang E2. Okay, so, ito 4 volts yan. Now, nakuha mo na 4 volts, may voltage ka na, may resistance ka na, you can compute for your current. So, that's just 4 divided by 4 is 1, and 4 divided by 4 is 1. So, take 1 ampere sila. Now, you have the value of E2 and I2. So, you can transfer it dito sa answer na. So, 4 and 1. Okay. Next. Isa na lang. So, you have your RA. Okay, this is your RA. Nag-split na naman siya into 2. Okay, nag-split sa dalawa. Okay. Pag-split niya, ang circuit mo is in series. Okay, so naka-series siya. So ano po sa series circuit? Yung current mo. So ano man ang current nito, pinanggalingan nila, yun ang current ng dalawa. Kasi yan, madali sa kanya, madali sa lang. So 1 ampere ang current mo, 1 ampere. 1 ampere I1, 1 ampere I3. Okay, so therefore, may R ka na. So, yes, may R ka na, may I ka na. So, you can solve for your E. So, that is 2 times 1 and 2 times 1. You have 2 volts na E1, 2 volts na E2. So, na-solve natin lahat ng mga nawawala dito sa problem na to. Okay, this 4 resistors. Now, analyze yung tama siya. Doon sa diagram pala, malalaman nyo naman dito, kung nakita yung diagram, ang pinakamaliwanag is yung R4. Nisolo niya. Okay, so, yung circuit mo, yung current and yung voltage, so, wala siyang hati sa part na to. Now, next na maliwanag is yung R2. Although nakapasok siya sa parallel circuit, solo pa rin yung compared dito sa dalawa, nag-split pa sila ng voltage. Okay? So, meaning, ang next na maliwanag is yung R2. Then, yung dalawa sa taas, R1 and 3. Now, as you can see, 8 and 2. Matas talaga yan, 8 and 2. Maliwanag talaga siya. Next is 4 and 1. Tapos yung dalawa sa taas ay 2 and 1, 2 and 1. So, tama. Now, if ever, naging 2 volts to, naging 4 yun, may kita mo naman, mali yan tayo kasolve ko. May kita mo naman. Kaya nauna ako dun sa pag-analyze ng actual. Kasi mag-actual yun, makikita ninyo na gano'n. Okay? There are some uses na tanong, so ba't yung umilaw ito? Ba't umilaw ito? Ba't umilaw ito? Eh, yung analyze, ba't di siya umilaw? Kasi nga, nakahati yung voltage na nakukuha niya o yung current na nakukuha niya nakahati. Okay? So, meaning, tama yung mga sagot natin. So, analyze the circuit, alam mo na yung mga given values na yan, tama-tama kasi when you do it in actual, makikita nyo na mas maliwanag talaga. Okay, so that's my first problem. I'll cut the video muna since the phone doesn't have a memory card, it's just full memory. So I'll just be cutting it here, then I'll upload it, and then isa pang problem solving after ito, diba? Then upload na naman ng isang problem. Kaya I'll be solving ko na itong problems for today, right? Since I'm here only until 4 o'clock. So it took me a long time to look for the key for this room. Okay? So, naman mo na yan, and then I'll be back with another problem.